Hey, so talk about coming on here and explaining some of the stuff that I've been hearing and that's going around about Bigfoot's existence. Um, I'm going to be all over the place, but I first want to say anything that you hear about Bigfoot um, is theory. We have no proof, at least not yet. It hasn't been released if there is proof. Um, I'm not saying that somebody who saw one or has experienced whatever is bullshitting, but so here it is. Years ago, I was on a podcast, and the gentleman that I was on the podcast with invited like one or two other guys, and they were theorizing Bigfoot. And this is the first time I've heard of this. Bigfoot was an interdimensional being. It's in my belief that theory shit. The reason why I think so is like uh, their lack of evidence to support this um, is there is yeah there's a big lack of evidence. So there's nothing pointing to that. That it's almost sounds like they've gone so long and can't prove that Bigfoot exists that they come up with this cockamamie theory that Bigfoot is interdimensional. I don't believe that, and until somebody shows me proof of that, I never will. Um, is Bigfoot a natural creature? In my belief, I feel like Bigfoot is a natural creature, but uh, interdimensional? No, no, no. See, I delve into a whole bunch of stuff. I delve into the stuff like different legends, like Loch Ness monster. I've got books on other things that like different creatures. Let me see if I can find one. They're just all over the place. Loch Ness monster, right? Um, I don't want to mispronounce this next one, uh, but it's from the Congo region in Africa. Um, they call it, I want to say, like a Kelly Membe or something. But I'm going to give you some, yes, Mokele Membe. Membe, or whatever. Mokele Membe. Yeah, if you want to. That thing right there. All right. Um, they say that exists there too. And I'm not saying that it doesn't, it's possible. Um, when I got into all this stuff, I started thinking like, and this is a long time ago. I'm talking about freaking eighth grade. I started theorizing on all this stuff, coming up with explanations or whatever, even crazy ones. Like back then, had I said Bigfoot was an interdimensional being, they probably would have put me in a freaking nut house. I don't know, um, but I started delving into all this other stuff, right? Uh, One was the portal theory. The portal theory sounds more like something that's real than it being an interdimensional being. And let me explain. Um, for as long as I can remember, and probably everybody else, uh, the Bermuda Triangle has always been a mystery, right? You got that one flight that was doing a practice bombing on a little island or whatever off the coast of Florida. And when they went to head west to go back, they encountered the fog and we lost them. They were gone. Radio equipment started going weird, all that shit. Um, so, keeping that in mind, right? If you're thinking portal theory, Mokele Membe, right? If it is a big fucking brontosaurus, and there would have to be a breeding population, I'm assuming, right? Wouldn't be too hard to find them, even from the air. Uh, unless they're going somewhere. Are dinosaurs interdimensional beings too? Probably not. So maybe somewhere, and only animals can sense it. I'm thinking there are portals. So I'll throw it out there, right? Let's say dinosaurs, whenever they existed, 65 million years ago, right? Um, they have these portals too, right? And these portals go beyond space time, right? So, example, down in, I want to say like Peru, the natives there built a runway at this like a crest of a hill. They built a runway. Um, the alien theorists think that it was for aliens to land, and I'm thinking to myself, what the hell does an alien need a runway for, right? So I come up with this other theory. It's like, here's it's a wild story. Makes more sense to me anyway. Let's just say that the squadron that disappeared in Florida um, went through a portal. The portal brought them thousands of years ago off the coast of South America, right? Um, they so they're seeing land um, on the east, and they're thinking like we must have flown clear over Florida or something, right? I don't know. I'm guessing here, but maybe they're running low on fuel and they had to ditch the planes, and they did it in a way where they could probably salvage something, right? So let's say they salvaged one plane. They were able to keep one plane together. They're going to fly it and try to get the hell out of there and find help. Well, they're there and they're thinking they were headed west. So they're on the west coast of South America. They get all the natives think that these guys are like freaking gods or something, right? So the guys that survived it said, hey, we need a runway. You need to flatten this out so we can take off. Um, so they built a runway for them. And what if they got the runway going? They got the plane. They pulled the plane up there, and the plane headed west. Now they're heading out over the Pacific Ocean. They don't know this. They think they're still off in the Atlantic somewhere. So they're gone. That's it. They didn't have enough fuel to begin with. So even if they got the fuel from other planes and put it into one plane, so we're gonna make a last ditch attempt to get the hell out and get some help, and we'll bring help back, kind of thing. But he's gone because he's flying over the Pacific and he's not gonna hit nothing, right? Um, Theory. This is a theory. Um, if you look at the missing 411, all over the United States, people come up missing in the same areas, right? Um, they just you turn around and your kid's gone, right? Just gone. Um, on the missing 411, just outside of Whitehall, there was a hunting trip, right? And they set these old guys up along this road while everybody else pushed the deer towards them. Um, they heard a pop. They said like a popping sound. Um, and then they looked for this guy, and not a trace of him. Nothing. They found nothing of this guy. What if he saw something? And if you think of like a portal being like just like a doorway into another time, maybe another time, another place, and he saw something interesting and walked through, right? And that pop was that portal closing behind him because maybe they move. I don't know. Um, but it explains a lot of shit, like fossilized human footprints from millions of years ago. How'd they get there? Portal, maybe? Time and place, right? You guys have all seen, or there's a hammer, right, that was fossilized. They found a fossilized hammer that was millions of years old. How'd that happen? Somebody from the time period that hammer was made stepped through a portal, ended up somewhere, and never came back. Because it's like when you get lost, almost no one turns around and goes exactly back to where they came from, they're all looking, right? So what if you walk through and you're able to turn around and walk back out again? Um, so if animals are aware of this, so like a Makali Membe, if all those things come through because they see the vegetation, maybe they're coming over and they found this new vegetation, they like the vegetation they're finding now compared to the time they're from or whatever. Um, they come through, people see them, they walk back through because they know that's where they came from, and this doesn't feel right to them or whatever. It's home to them is somewhere else, right? What if Sasquatch, Bigfoot, they know about these portals, maybe, or they're sensitive to the portals, right? And maybe that's how they're moving. Um, Popping in and out of existence makes no sense. None. The interdimensional theory is garbage. It's trash. I don't believe it. Um, Somebody said to me, they watched the Bigfoot cross the road in front of them, and when the car finally caught up to where they crossed, he was gone. I'm like, it's funny. So, deer are interdimensional beings too, because holy shit, I've seen deer cross the road in front of me, get up there, they're gone. Interdimensional, gotta be. You know what I mean? So, I don't think that's. I just don't think there's nothing supporting it. It's like, oh, we can't find Bigfoot. Let's just say he's interdimensional. That'll explain everything. He can just pop out of existence, and oh, he doesn't want to be found, and all this other shit. I'm like, what does he got to be worried about? If he can just pop out of existence, he has nothing to worry about. He can walk up, touch you on your shoulder, and go pop, gone, and he's gone. So what have they got to worry about? Why are they leaving footprints? Why are you finding any kind of evidence of them being here? Do they like it here, or they don't like their dimension? They like our dimension better, and they're staying here, and blah blah blah. No, I don't believe that at all. But throughout time, uh, there's stuff like hieroglyphs in Egypt. If you haven't seen this stuff, it's fascinating. You got to see this stuff. There's a hieroglyph that has a picture of a helicopter, and it looks like one of those cargo helicopters that would hold like a shipping container underneath it. It's got a carved out spot, right? How did that get there? You know what I mean? Maybe something happened. I don't know. But there's evidence that would support my theory rather than that other theory, right? You go down to South America and the artifacts that they found that one thing looks like a guy inside of a spaceship. There are people that got the necklaces. It looks like a space shuttle. It looks like exactly like a space shuttle, from thousands of years ago. Uh, I don't know how that it got there. I can't tell you that, but I can say that I believe that if there were something going on, it would be a portal theory. The portal theory just holds more stuff. These kids that are going missing and people going missing, they're walking through. And, like if you don't know what you're doing, say you're walking a trail, right? You're out walking Sterling Trail. And the next thing you're off going through the woods, maybe going out to see the lake or something like that. You're going through the woods, and suddenly you don't know where the fuck you are. You're like, what? I just got turned around, right? So then you start walking a different direction instead of going back the way you came. You're walking a different direction. Now you're gone. You're just gone. Maybe you're another time. So, if you walk through a portal, let's say, I don't know. You got a shit ton of portals that are everywhere, right? And each portal, is for a different time and place. Okay, you could be like in the Congo region of Africa where the Makali Membe is. Maybe the portals there go to where they live, right? So that time and place where those are from. Loch Ness Monster. It's a plesiosaur, right? Everybody says plesiosaur. So what if even underwater, these portals are underwater, and these animals know enough or sense it to go back through. They come through, they realize, hey, what's going on? And they're going right back through again. So we get to see them, then they're gone back to their own time and place. That's what I believe. I don't believe in the portal theory, or no, I do. I do believe in the portal theory more so than I would believe in interdimensional beings. Yeah. So, um, if you're offended by that, I don't care because nobody has any proof of anything. It's all theory. I don't like that theory of being an interdimensional being. I watched on YouTube's got a channel. I forget what the name of it is, but it's all about Bigfoot. It's the interviews with people about their encounters with Bigfoot. And this one woman, supposedly psychic or something, says that Bigfoot communicates with her telepathically, or at least one does, right? And I'm listening to this story. It's intriguing. You watch this and you're just like, you're letting it all come in, and then you can do with it what you want. Um, the stuff that she said, um, some of it is plausible, but interdimensional, no. I mean, like for example, she says Bigfoot, the Bigfoot that she spoke to, explained to her that their people are like our people. They got good ones, bad ones. Um, she explained that the Bigfoot put images in her mind of an Asian person, a black person, um, and a Native American person, and told her, suggested to her that his people are like that also. They have different like races, I guess, of the same thing. So we're all human beings on this planet, right? But we all look different. We're all from different areas, different, you know. So that Bigfoot's like that too. So I can believe that. Hey, who wouldn't be able to wrap their head around that? That's pretty simple stuff, right? Um, but the fact that like another guy I watch on YouTube, he's out of Ontario, Canada, I believe, says that he talks to a Bigfoot on a regular basis. And I want to say the name of it is he named it Neff or Nefertiri. You guys might be familiar with this. You have to be. Um, some of the pictures that you see of him peeking over a fence or whatever, uh, I was all good with that. I caught on to that. I started following him. I'm watching it. All of a sudden, this guy says that he'd be sitting at home and something would just drop out of nothing in front of him, and he says that's Neff. That's Neff doing this, and I'm like, what? What? That's not even possible. Because first of all, if these things are as intelligent as other people are letting on to, and they can blink in and out of existence and go wherever the frick they want to go, how much of a security risk is that to our nation, to everybody's nation, really, right? Um, they're explaining like why isn't there a Bigfoot ever in history ever been reported in Hawaii or on the islands of Hawaii? Why? Um, Her explanation, this one lady, was that they absolutely hate that place. They don't like it for some reason. It's the only place on earth they won't go. They go everywhere else. Go to Australia, the Yowie, right? Um, the Yaren. Where's that? China. Um, they're in Russia. Uh, Africa. I don't ever recall like a whole lot going on there, but why I don't know. Maybe it's just too big and not populated enough to get those kind of sightings. I don't know. Um, But yeah, so the reason I had to come on here was it was driving me nuts. After I saw that, I couldn't deal with it anymore. Um, it's my belief that Bigfoot is a natural thing. It's something we don't understand. I would rather believe in a portal theory than this interdimensional being stuff. Um, Let me know what you guys think. Really, if you guys have a interesting theory, please share it with me so that I can try to wrap my head around what's going on with this. Because I got to the point where I was like, you know what? My whole life I've been fascinated with the legend of Bigfoot, and I reached the point now where I was like, I'm done. I don't. It's getting crazy. The world, the last 4 years have been freaking retarded. Um, I hate it. Uh, and then all these people coming on and saying that this, that, and the other. I don't know if they're trying to cover up, saying, we can't find him, so we're just going to make every excuse we can why we can't find it. You know what I mean? Instead of coming out and saying, no, yeah, it's just, there's not many of them. So that's why it's hard to find. And maybe because they've been here as long as we have, if not longer. And they know how to hide from us. you know? Um, that's really it. I mean, if there's something else out there, guys, you got to share it with me because, wow, stuff's getting crazy. Uh, I saw something when I was younger. I don't know if you guys know all this stuff, but I can't tell you what I saw. I know something tried to get into that cabin. I know something stood in front of that window and rocked side to side, looking around inside the cabin. And the next morning, we went out and looked in the snow. I found footprints. I'm a skeptic. Unless you show me, I'm still not going to believe it. I don't know how in the middle of the night somebody would have worn like snowshoes or something in the form of a Bigfoot print, right? Walked through the snow, across a creek, and up the embankment with a wide stride. How did they have that happen in the middle of the night when it was like frickin' 20 degrees outside? I can't explain that, but again, um, I don't know what I saw. And if it's something that I can't touch, you know, uh, best I can tell you is like faith, right? Um, More people have seen Bigfoot than have seen God, I believe. It doesn't make any of them right, but um, I'm not a religious person. I do believe in a higher power. Um, but uh, I don't know. I was frustrated. So uh, this summer, spring, late spring, summer, whatever, I'm going to be getting into some stuff, and I'm hopefully going to be able to get some people to sit with me and do some interviews and stuff like that. But we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be doing a project in Happy Valley, um, trying to figure out where the town was that supposedly vanished, and we're going to try to get some readings in there and try to find where the original village was and stuff. So we're going to be looking around a lot, probably metal detectors, all this other stuff. Um, but yeah, I mean, watch what I have if you want to see some of the stuff, and feel free to leave me a comment and tell me your theory. If you know me, message me and tell me what you think. Um, Other than that, I think that about covers it. See, I told you I was going to be all over the place. I'm sorry. Uh, um, yeah, I just got back from a doctor's appointment, and it was for the VA, and he had me doing a lot of bending and twisting and stuff, and it messed me up. So I'm a little uncomfortable at the moment. Um, but anyway, uh, please like, give me a like if you like the stuff that I'm doing. Give it a share. Help it reach out. This really has to go. I mean, got to put it out there. I want to know. And I'm sure all of you want to know. Anybody who's watching this wants to know. Is it real? Is it not real? I mean, if you saw my truck and all the stuff in my house, my wife and I are both huge Bigfoot enthusiasts, but do we believe in Bigfoot? We believe in the possibility of their existence. Strong possibility that they exist. Are they interdimensional? Yeah. Um, are there portals? I don't know, but that's a little more easy to accept than a creature that's from another dimension, just whatever. What would you have to fear, right? So let me know what you think. Drop a like. A follow wouldn't hurt. And notifications so when I post something the next time, uh, you'll catch wind of it first. Thank you.